Imagine a world where MASH never existed on American television. Hard to picture, right? Not just because it was a hit, but because it completely reshaped what a sitcom could be. Premiering in 1972, during the final, turbulent years of the Vietnam War, MASH set its story in the Korean War and broke all the rules. It was funny, heartbreaking, and unapologetically human. Its characters didn't just entertain, they explored the absurdity of war, resilience, and the depth of human connection. Yet behind the laughs and tears, tensions simmered. Beloved stars left the show for reasons that ranged from personal ambition to emotional burnout, and some exits shocked audiences to their core. Today, we dive deep into the real stories behind those departures, uncovering what made MAS*H both groundbreaking and heartbreakingly human. Before the show ever hit television, MAS*H began as a novel in 1968, written by Dr. Richard Hooker, a pen name for Korean war surgeon H. Richard Hornberger. The book MASH, a novel about three army doctors, combined gallows humor with moments of profound human warmth, chronicling his experiences in a mobile army surgical hospital. Its mix of irreverence, wit, and raw honesty made it an instant bestseller, catching Hollywood's eye. 2 years later, director Robert Altman adapted the story into a film, a black comedy satirizing war, starring Donald Sutherland as Hawkeye Pierce and Elliot Gould as Trapper John. It was sharp, audacious, and deeply resonant in a country still grappling with the Vietnam War. The film was a critical and commercial success, winning the Palme d'Or at Cannes and an Academy Award for Best Screenplay. But the TV series, which premiered on CBS in September 1972, would take the concept to an entirely new level. Developed by Larry Gelbart and Gene Reynolds, the television version kept the humor and wartime setting, but embraced serialized storytelling. It focused on character depth, emotional arcs, and moral dilemmas, turning what could have been a simple comedy into a groundbreaking blend of drama and humor. Alan Alda stepped in as Hawkeye Pierce, quickly becoming the emotional anchor of the series. Though the first season struggled with ratings and was nearly canceled, a move to Saturday nights changed everything. Ratings soared, and so did the show's cultural impact. MAS*H broke rules. It experimented with format, used real war footage, and often replaced the traditional laugh track with the sound of helicopters. It wasn't just a comedy, it was a statement about the cost of war, the absurdity of bureaucracy, and the resilience of human spirit. The first shocking departure came with McLean Stevenson, who played the affable Colonel Henry Blake. If you ask longtime fans, the final scene of Season 3's episode Abyssinia, Henry is unforgettable. Radar quietly delivers the devastating news. Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan. There were no survivors. Henry Blake had been the perfect foil to Hawkeye, and Trapper, a well-meaning, sometimes clueless commanding officer who brought humanity to the chaos of war. On screen, he was lovable and relatable. Off-screen, McLean was growing frustrated. The show had evolved into a Hawkeye-centric narrative, leaving other characters sidelined. McLean, ambitious and eager to lead his own projects, told producers he wouldn't return. Unlike most sitcoms, MAS*H didn't offer gentle send-off. Instead, the show used his departure as a bold statement. War doesn't guarantee happy endings. After leaving, McLean tried to carve his own path. The McLean Stevenson Show and Hello, Larry flopped, leaving him with regret. In a 1983 interview, he admitted, "I took myself out of the game." Yet, ironically, his departure gave the show a profound emotional moment, forever embedding Henry Blake in television history. If McLean's farewell shocked audiences, Wayne Rogers' departure left them bewildered. Playing Trapper John, he vanished without explanation. Initially part of the show's core comedic duo with Hawkeye, Wayne expected an equal ensemble. But as Alda's character took center stage, Trapper's role diminished. Frustrated by creative shifts and feeling sidelined, Wayne quietly decided not to renew his contract. His absence forced writers to rework Season 4, introducing Mike Farrell as B.J. Honeycutt, a more introspective and grounded character. Unlike McLean, Wayne didn't regret his choice. He transitioned to a successful career in finance, appearing as a regular panelist on Fox News Cashin' In, and made strategic investments that earned him millions. Yet, he remained respected by cast and fans alike. Alan Alda described him as smart, funny, curious, and dedicated, highlighting the enduring bond between the actors despite the abrupt exit. Wayne passed away in 2015, leaving behind a legacy both on-screen and in real-life achievements. Radar O'Reilly, played by Gary Burghoff, was the emotional heartbeat of MAS*H. Small, perceptive, and childlike, Radar's innocence counterbalanced the chaos of war. But behind the scenes, Gary struggled. The production's grueling schedule, combined with anxiety, depression, and the pain of missing family, pushed him to the edge. By season 8, Gary made the difficult decision to leave, citing both personal burnout and family obligations. Unlike Wayne's quiet exit, Radar received a 2-part farewell episode titled Goodbye, Radar. The scene of him walking away, teddy bear in hand, remains one of television's most poignant moments. After leaving, Gary distanced himself from Hollywood, focusing on painting, wildlife conservation, and inventing. He held several patents, including one for a fishing tackle system, and found solace away from the spotlight. To fans, he remains the embodiment of innocence and heart amidst the brutality of war. Larry Linville, who portrayed Major Frank Burns, left MAS*H after season 5. His character, the uptight, petty, and self-important antagonist, had become one-dimensional as the show matured. Larry wanted to explore more challenging roles and felt he had pushed Frank as far as he could. His departure allowed MAS*H to move away from cartoonish villainy toward nuanced moral storytelling. Without Frank's slapstick, the series explored irony, complexity, and the humanity of its characters. Larry continued acting, but never found a role as iconic as Frank Burns. His choice reflects a common theme: the courage to step away when growth stalls, even from a beloved role. David Ogden Stiers joined MAS*H as Charles Emerson Winchester III to replace Frank Burns. Cultured, brilliant, and guarded, Winchester challenged both the characters and the show itself. Unlike his predecessors, David stayed until the series finale, leaving in narrative and poetic closure. His final scene, teaching Chinese POWs to play Mozart, is a haunting reminder that war touches everyone, even the refined. Stiers' departure wasn't about protest or frustration, it was the completion of a character arc. Beyond MAS*H, David voiced Disney characters and lived openly as a proud gay man, exemplifying integrity and courage in both career and personal life. He passed in 2018, leaving behind a legacy of artistry and dignity. While MASH was male-dominated, women like Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, played by Loretta Swit, left a lasting mark. Initially a punchline, Margaret transformed into a strong, intelligent, and emotionally complex character. She evolved from strict officer to decorated nurse, questioning the war's cruelty while excelling in her role. Loretta's persistence ensured the women of MASH were never sidelined. They helped shape the show's depth and tone. She remained for all 11 seasons, appearing in both the pilot and finale, a testament to her dedication and vision. The departures of McLean Stevenson, Wayne Rogers, Gary Burghoff, Larry Linville, and others highlight the human side of a show that tackled profound topics. MAS*H was more than a sitcom, it was a lens into war, humanity, and ambition. Each exit reshaped the series, forcing it to grow, evolve, and explore deeper storytelling. Some actors found personal success elsewhere, while others discovered the irreplaceable magic of being part of a cultural phenomenon. What's remarkable is how MAS*H balanced humor with heartbreak, satire with sincerity, and ensemble storytelling with character evolution. Its legacy lives not just in the laughter or tears it evoked, but in the courage of its actors, on screen and off, to take risks, speak their truth, and leave a mark that endures decades later. MAS*H taught viewers that war changes everyone, sometimes permanently. Its actors mirrored this reality, navigating ambition, creativity, and personal struggles. From McLean Stevenson's dramatic exit to Wayne Rogers' quiet departure, from Radar's emotional farewell to Frank Burns' creative liberation, each story adds layers to the show's history. Even the women, often underappreciated in a male-heavy cast, rose to prominence through resilience and vision. Together, these narratives reveal that behind every iconic TV moment lies human complexity, ambition, and courage. So next time you watch MAS*H, remember, the laughs, the tears, and the moments that shocked the nation weren't just on screen. They were shaped by real people, real choices, and real consequences. The show's brilliance lies as much in its storytelling as in the lives of those who brought it to life.